CPAP for 10 nights. I can't imagine living without it now. My Transcend is about as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. That's less hassle to carry than my shaving kit. Plus, I was able to add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. But hey, that's not all. Transcend is FAA compliant too, which means I can finally sleep comfortably while flying. Heck, I can sleep comfortably anywhere now. So if that all sounds good to you, call now to give Transcend a try. You'll be glad you did.
Now you can try Transcend and sleep comfortably for 10 restful nights with a money-back guarantee. So call minicpap.com now. 1-800-300-6551. Again, that's 1-800-300-6551. 1-800-300-6551.
Gambler's Bonus keeps paying more. Just ask Vincent, who won over $7,500 on April 8th when he hit 4 sixes to fill his free Gambler's Bonus 4-of-a-kind bingo card. Vincent got paid thousands more, and so can you, by playing with Gambler's Bonus. It's why you play the game.
Nick here with Stefano's Greek and Mediterranean Grill, celebrating Vegas hockey as we head into the Western Conference Finals. Dish a burger and fries and score big all month long in May. Come in wearing your Vegas hockey gear to score free baklava. Plus, on game day, receive 10% off all catering orders. 3 Valley locations. Order online at stephanoslv.com. Gear up in May and celebrate the Western Conference Finals with Stefano's Greek and Mediterranean Grill. Vegas born and serving Las Vegas since 1998.
Earnings vary based on your effort. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Las Vegas? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Las Vegas area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Las Vegas is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, call 1-800-600-8859. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Than's Money for Deals Guide. That's 1-800-600-8859. That's 1-800-600-8859.
Commence Exxon and Mobil field test. Scientists observed Subject A at station refueling with Synergy gasoline, available in 3 grades and meticulously engineered to help protect your engine from deposits while giving you better gas mileage. Clearly, Subject A is intelligent. Maybe Subject A wants to get a burger and be best friends. Subject A is leaving. Conclusion, Synergy gasoline gives you better gas mileage, and Subject A is a maybe for burgers and best friends.
Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here. Fuel economy claims are compared with gasoline meeting minimum government standards. Results will vary. Visit Exxon.com or Mobil.com for details.
Vegas happens at the iconic Las Vegas Country Club, established in 1967. If the trees on our course and the walls of our clubhouse could talk, they'd tell you stories about PGA Tour and LPGA Tour champions, the biggest business deals in Las Vegas history, and how for 6 decades, this special place has been the social hub of Las Vegas. We're now accepting new individual and corporate members. Visit LasVegasCC.com or call 734-1122 and become part of our story today. The tradition continues.
Every Friday during basketball season, join us from 6 till 7 p.m. for the William Hill Radio Show, hosted by Paulie Howard, live from the Silver Sevens Casino. He'll break down all the weekend action, including who bettors are backing the most. After the show, make the William Hill Racing Sportsbook at Silver Sevens your home for betting, with great food and drink specials, plus continuous live in-play wagering. For all the details, go to williamhill.us. That's williamhill.us. William Hill, the home of betting.
Did you know you can spray Line-X on just about anything that needs protection?
More than just like bed liners?
You got it. How about adding a non-slip grip to your axe? Or how about a park bench, a trailer, van liner, work truck, motorcycle?
I never thought of that. You can spray something like this?
Virtually anything you can think of.
I just thought you were the best bed liner around. I had no idea.
Think outside the bed liner and Line-X it.
Available today at For the Truck Jeep and UTV. Visit forthetruck.com or call 702-434-9274.
Adopting a pet from your local shelter could be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. You'll not only be saving a life, you'll feel good doing it. At the Animal Foundation, everyday low pricing makes it easy and affordable to adopt a pet. All adoptions include spay-neuter surgery, vaccinations, and microchipping, so you can focus on a rewarding new life with your rescue pet. To find your new best friend, visit animalfoundation.com.
Diamondback Land Surveying is the one-stop shop for all your land surveying needs. Whether you're building a block wall or the next Taj Mahal, check them out on the web at diamondbacklandsurveying.com or call them at 888-594-DBLS. That's 888-594-3257.
Sports and traffic every 30 minutes.
This sports update brought to you by Interstate Batteries. A Supreme Court ruled in New Jersey today overturning the 26-year-old statute that prohibited sports betting in all states but Nevada. Now it has opened the doors for states to introduce legislation for their own legalized sports betting, as the court ruled 6-3 in favor of New Jersey and against the NCAA and 4 professional sports leagues to eliminate PAPSPA. The Vegas Golden Knights Game 2 tonight. You can hear it all on Fox Sports 98.9 FM, 1340 AM. Pregame begins at 4:30. They drop the puck at 5 o'clock. And the NBA playoffs tip off tonight as Game 1 will commence in Houston. Rockets host the Warriors, 6 p.m. They tip it off Pacific time. And your Las Vegas 51s victorious on Mother's Day, 9-7 over Albuquerque. Tonight, it's Value Menu Monday at the ballpark. $1 hot dogs, $1 popcorn, $1 pretzels, and a whole lot more just for $1. Get down to Cashman Field, 7:05, your first pitch. With your Sports Center update, I'm Clay Baker. It's ESPN Las Vegas.
Calling all golfers for the Rock the Socks Golf Classic, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Greater Las Vegas at 8 a.m. on Friday, June 1st at Bears Best, featuring a hosted beverage cart, raffle prizes, and awards luncheon. Visit rmhlv.org to register.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
Hello, friends. This is Thomas Johnson from Joe's Seafood Prime Steak and Stone Crab. Need a great idea for lunch or dinner? Your best bet is Joe's, one of the most popular dining destinations on the Strip. Joe's provides the ideal setting for private parties with accommodations for up to 150 guests. Stop by to see us at the Forum Shops at Caesars and ask for Thomas Johnson, your maitre d'.
Okay, I'm just checking Joe's Twitter account to see if anything has been announced on the Copper River Sockeye Salmon. Nothing on the Twitter account today. I will give them a shout later on and see if they've got an update. It's on the way. Make a reservation. I'll tell you when it's in. You can make a reservation anytime. 702-792-9222. Visit Joe's and have yourself a great meal. Final score is in. By the way, the Cubs have lost at home to the Braves 6-5. Line drive by Chris Bryant with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth ends the game. I guess there was a heck of a play at third base by Johan Camargo for the Braves as well, as they preserve the 6-5 victory over the Cubbies in a makeup game. Those two teams will continue to meet tomorrow, but it will be back in Atlanta. Joe's Angle of the Day, we'll look at tonight's basketball game and some numbers between the Rockets and Warriors. The Warriors 4-1 against the spread their last 5 visits to Houston. The Warriors have covered 11 of 16 in the series. The visitor has covered 5 of the last 7. And as far as the totals are concerned, Marco, the under is 7-3 in the last 10, including 5-1 when the teams meet at Houston.
That's a little surprising on the totals, because when you think of these two teams, you're thinking about up and down the floor. But Houston has played some better defense this year, and, we talked about this when we did the podcast last week, Dave. Houston coming into the playoffs, the thing that surprised me the most about the Rockets this year was how well they played defense. We knew they were going to be an offensive juggernaut, but they played much better defense, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that a little more as we break this one down.
And let's do that now. It is Golden State at Houston, Game 1 tonight in Houston, and the Warriors and Rockets. Look, it's a virtual toss-up game. The Rockets are very small favorites in the game. Warriors are favorite in the series. I would say that the pressure is on Houston tonight. They really need to get the first game in the win column in this series. Otherwise, they'll immediately have given up the home court advantage, and they're already underdogs in the series as it is. So Houston needs to get on the board with a victory tonight. Will they do it? Well, that remains to be seen. I find this to be an extremely tough game. I'm done with the NBA anyway, so I'm just basically watching as a fan. But I really couldn't come up with much of an opinion on this one.
Yeah, you look at this one, Dave, and as I talked about the defense, when they entered the playoffs, Houston, 4 of the first 5 games, teams shot over 50% against them. Now, they did play Minnesota in that first series, and I think that whenever they played Minnesota, they kind of looked past them. Minnesota, if you remember, had to go to the final day of the regular season. They played an overtime game against Denver just to get in. The winner was in, the loser was out, and I just don't think Houston took them serious. Then we saw a different Houston team in the Jazz series. They split the first 2 games, but boy, when they lost the second game, they turned it on the rest of the series against Utah, and they played that much better defense. Now, granted, Utah's offense is not as potent as Golden State's, but they still turned a different gear. And if you're Houston, you've got to have just a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. You know Golden State's the best team, but for them, they worked so hard all year. They definitely wanted the number one seed. This is a team that put their foot on the gas from day one that they wanted the number one seed. They changed the face of this team in the offseason to make them a team more competitive to the Warriors. They built the team to beat the Warriors. Well, you've done everything that you were supposed to do. Now it's time, as you said, to show me. And if they don't show me against the Warriors and they lose this first game, their confidence level, where's it going to be at? Because the Warriors just, were on cruise control for the last 6 weeks of the season. When Curry got hurt, in and out of the lineup, and they saw they weren't going to catch the Rockets, they probably could have still made it closer, but they said, why? And I think it goes back to 2 years ago when they went full throttle for the full season to try to break that record, and then I think it took something away from them for the playoffs.
I would find it personally very difficult to go against Golden State. I know this is a public stance, if you will. It might not be the most sophisticated viewpoint you'll ever find, but sometimes the simple viewpoint is the best viewpoint. I still throw out what took place 2 years ago with the Warriors because they were just spent from that run in the regular season. Outside of that, when it's been this time of year, the Warriors have utterly dominated the rest of the league. Okay, they're just way better than everybody else. And I thought we saw it against a really good New Orleans team. I mean, the Pelicans were a solid team by the end of the season. I'm not going to say that they were the equal of the Rockets, but I think the Pelicans, I feel secure in saying this, the Pelicans were the third best team in the Western Conference heading into the playoffs. And that might mean you can argue that they were the third best team in the league.
Right.
Because I think you can argue the top of the NBA still is in the Western Conference, certainly the first two. And I was really impressed by what we've seen out of Anthony Davis and the rest of that team in the playoffs. So to me, the way the Warriors responded in that series, particularly, the game 3 was kind of a throwaway. But, they just took care of business after that. To me, I can't, I would look for spots to play on Golden State. I don't think this is necessarily one of them, but I don't want to go against this team.
No, and I don't want to go against them for the whole game, so I'm not. But what I am going to do is, this is my game plan for this series. I'm going to take Houston. I'll look at Houston for the first half of tonight's game. If they're going to come out, they're going to come out fired up. That crowd is going to be crazy. Western Conference Finals, game 1 in your building. You haven't seen that.
They're going to be nuts.
So I'm going to try to carry that momentum for the first half. If Houston carries that and gets not only the first half, but takes game 1, I'm going to then look at Golden State at adjusted price for the series, because then the line's going to come down. That's where I'll look to jump in and take Golden State, because I still say for a 7-game series, Golden State is better than the Rockets. And even if they spot them the first game, because all they got to do is win one of those first 2, and mission accomplished, you go home with the home court advantage.
Don't put much stock into my opinion, because, again, I'm not doing any work on the NBA at all. I've pretty much given up as far as betting the sport goes. I'll stick to the sports I do well with. But just a quick glance, I think the Warriors take the series in 5 games. I don't think it's going to be that long a series. Maybe 6 with Game 6 back in Oakland. But to me, it'd be a pretty big upset if Houston pulls it off. I would say it would be a bigger upset, from my standpoint, bigger upset if Houston beats Golden State than if Boston beats Cleveland.
Oh, I agree with you. Just because of what, Cleveland, the Toronto series, I throw it out. Toronto has no history in the playoffs. And they play a wide-open offense that played right in, Cleveland and them going up and down. Boston plays tremendous defense. They're
underrated. Everybody's talking about, Hayward and Kyrie Irving. I mean, this team's got lottery picks all over the floor. I mean, they're loaded.
And let's not forget,
they might be the best team in the league next year when they get Hayward back. And if they sign, the rumors already out there, they're the team that might go after Kawhi Leonard. They've got more to offer than Philadelphia does. Boy, they could be the favorites next year.
You put Kawhi Leonard in the middle? Oh. With that lineup, wow, what a front court. Yeah, that would be dangerous. And let's not forget Brad Stevens. He's got a little to do with what's going on there.
No question about it. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and I think you can probably guess what the marquee matchup of the night is, but we'll make it official next.
The Las Vegas Sportsline.
Drake. God's plan. God's plan.